Greetings and welcome to the orientation of the placement cell for the year 2026-27. First of all, a very heartfelt congratulations for getting admission in this prestigious institution and being here with us today. I would like to begin with a scenario. Imagine you have just received a message stating that applications for XYZ company have opened. The CV is ready, you gave the test, received the shortlist. But the question remains, who brought this opportunity to you? That's where we, the placement cell, steps in. 30 years ago, the cell began with a simple vision to turn potential into opportunity. Since then, it has shaped generations of students, guiding them from ambition to achievement. And here we are telling you what we at the cell do.
Now, introducing you to the Placement Cell Team 2026-27. The Placement Cell is a student driven three tier body. The highest level of faculty authority is the convener of the cell, Mr. Ashwini Kumar, while the highest student authority rests with the cabinet of the Placement Cell. For the season 2026-27, we have Aditya C as our Chief Secretary, with Rohan Gehani and Tanvi Bansal serving as the Secretary Generals. The senior coordinator team forms the second tier of the cell and plays a crucial role in overseeing and guiding the operations of the team. Next up, we have the junior coordinators of the cell, forming the foundation of the cell's day to day operations, the position you shall be holding if and when you are inducted into the cell. But before we move on to the specifics of the cell, we would like you to hear from the people who came before us. On the screen, you will see members of the ex cabinet and the ex senior coordinator team. These are the people who have guided us through every stage of our journey in the placement cell, while also helping us navigate our journey through the college and in many ways through life. So, before we tell you about our journey, let's hear from those who shaped it.
I don't think there has been any aspect of my college journey that has been more defining than the placement cell. And what I would like to lay emphasis on is that journey or the learnings that I've had through my journey at the placement cell continues to define me as a person even beyond college. It's been a couple of months out of college, and there has not been a week where I haven't come across an aspect wherein my approach has been defined by my learnings through the cell.
Now, talking about PC, there is 100 reasons why you should apply. The amount of exposure, the experience that you will get in the placement cell is incomparable to any other student organization in college. But I think the main reason that resonated with me in my first year and still holds true for me today is something one of our seniors had said, that the P in PC stands for people. This is definitely true, because I have met some of my best friends, some of my best people, some of the most amazing seniors, juniors through placement cell.
I think talking about my experience would not be fair because each and every person whom I've known in this organization have had different experiences, which have largely been influenced by the way they have built their experiences. Because again, the exposure here, the kind of people you meet, is irreplaceable, and you're not going to have this kind of atmosphere anywhere else in the college.
So, when I talk about my time in PC, I was told and I will tell that the P in PC stands for people. Talking professionally, you'll meet the most absurd people, have the most interesting conversations. You'll be talking to stakeholders that you did not even know would be involved in this process. Have just such diverse experiences. Like, there's never a dull moment in PC, there's always something new. Another aspect is you'll meet people you love. I have made friends that I want to not only keep around for the rest of my college life, but also for the rest of my life, if that's possible.
So when I entered the gates of SRCC, I didn't really know which field I wanted to pursue. Honestly, I still don't. But I definitely knew that PC would equip me for it nonetheless. There is so much collaboration and support here that with time you realize the true essence of PC, which are its people. So if you do feel that this is also the right fit for you, do apply for it. Do give yourself the chance to reach your full potential. And trust me, you'll meet the best of people here and you'll get the best of opportunities here. So
PC is a place that will offer you a lot of growth and culture. And if you were looking for that, please come and join and apply, because it is a place that will open your eyes in so many ways you did not even know. It will give you access to a network of people who are the best and the most competent ones.
And here on the screen, you can see the highlights of the recruitment season 2025-26, a glimpse into the work and experience that define the placement cell.
So now let's talk about the working structure of the cell and the different aspects of its operations. The placement cell operates through five departments, namely corporate communication cell, finance and strategy, public relations and brand management, student engagement cell, training and development. Together, they ensure balance between batch and recruiter welfare and also fairness and inclusion among all. Now, let's talk about corporate communication cell. CCC is the department directly facing the recruiters and is the primary point of contact between the college and the corporate world. The department handles three main responsibilities. First, ensuring recruiter welfare and retention. Second, tracking the statistics of the placement season. And finally, exploring different sectors and onboarding new recruiters. The key skills you would develop are communication, assertion, and most importantly, decision making abilities in tough situations.
The next department is Finance and Strategy, or FNS. FNS is the strategic hub of the placement cell, maintaining interdepartmental coordination and managing relations with the batch and college administration. This includes managing the cell's funds and annual budget, coordinating offline logistics such as auditorium and room bookings for corporate engagements and drives, planning the placement season and identifying inefficiencies within the cell to fix, and authenticating resumes across the batch before they reach recruiters. The day in FNS looks like working with financial data, ideating strategic initiatives, and managing datasets. The department builds proficiency in Excel and related tools, along with analytical thinking and time management. Moving on to the next department, Public Relations and Brand Management, or PRBM. PRBM is the face of the placement cell, managing its external communication and representation. The department covers four core functions: first being pioneering faculty and alumni relations, second, devising PR campaigns and brand strategy, third, managing placement statistics, and lastly, managing and overlooking initiatives of the cell. Beyond this, PRBM designs the newsletters, campaigns, and reports that shape the cell's brand, taking each one from initial concept through final execution in coordination with relevant stakeholders. The day in PRBM looks like executing newsletters and campaigns, handling corporate interactions, facilitating communication across stakeholders, and publishing reports through major media outlets, building stakeholder management, networking, and creative and technical skills along the way.
Now, coming on to the student engagement cell. The student engagement cell is not just about the responsibilities we undertake, but about creating a more efficient, supportive, and enriching experience for the entire student community. Our major responsibilities include resolving student queries in a time bound manner, ideating and executing social media content, particularly on Instagram, administering and handling databases, and designing and implementing initiatives for batch welfare. Another major function of this department is managing Superset. So, Superset is basically the college's virtual recruitment platform. You'll learn more about it as and when you are inducted. Through these responsibilities, we develop skills in problem solving, critical thinking, innovation and ideation, strategic thinking, technical tools, and handling pressure and time management. Now, coming on to the training and development department. TND aims to bridge the gap between students and the professional world by creating meaningful opportunities for learning, mentorship, and career development. We here at the placement cell strongly believe that placements are not just about recruitment, but about providing access to comprehensive training and development opportunities as well. Our work includes curating 7+ career preparatory resources, organizing sessions with industry experts, conducting offline corporate engagements, and facilitating mentorship sessions. These include the consulting mentorship sessions, CVMPs, amongst others. Through these responsibilities, we build skills in technical proficiency, time management, multitasking, innovative thinking, and problem solving.
Our work at the placement cell is not just limited to facilitating internships and placements. We also have a wide variety of tasks and initiatives, for example, the Resource Center for Preparatory Resources, as well as Campus to Corporate, where we engage with alums, experts, industry leaders, and students who already made it in the fields you want to make it in. Beyond placements, we also facilitate recruitment for PWD candidates. As discussed earlier, we release preparatory resources, we do CV vetting, we have mentorship sessions. We also release opportunities for the alumni of our college. And finally, we also have corporate engagement sessions for the batch to attend. Now that you're acquainted with what we do, let's come to what we look for in a junior coordinator. As a JC, this experience is going to shape years of your college life and beyond. We look for mainly five qualities in junior coordinators. Firstly, decision making and confidence. Every day, you're going to be dealing with various stakeholders like students, companies, etc., which requires confident decision making as well as the accountability that you have to take for it. Next, you have critical thinking and discipline. You're going to be taking decisions that affect real people in real ways. That means you need to think your problems through and you need to find out solutions as well as have the discipline to get through it all. Next, we have time management. It's pretty self explanatory. You need to be able to manage multiple priorities at the same time. Next, there's unbiasedness and patience. This is extremely important while dealing with various students, companies, etc., because we need to be fair towards everyone in our duties as well as have the patience to deal with everyone. And finally, we have the ability to learn and unlearn. Again, pretty self explanatory. Throughout your college life, you're going to be molding yourself, and placement cell as a place will mold you into a person that will define you for years to come. And that is why this ability is really, really important.
So now, coming to the actual recruitment process, it's fairly simple. The application form will open immediately after this orientation and will remain open for about a week. The application stage will be eliminative, so we'd recommend spending some time on the questions and thinking your answers through. The deadline for the application form would be 27th of August. That said, we're really not looking for fancy or overly polished responses. Just be honest, be genuine, and let us get to know you a little better through your answers. The next stage will be the group discussion round, which will also be eliminative in nature. Candidates shortlisted from the GD will then move on to individual personal interviews. And finally, the candidates selected through the interview process will be inducted into the cell. So, in short, applications, GDs, interviews, and then induction. Finally, to access the Junior Coordinator Application Form 2026-27, please scan this QR code. In case you have any queries, you can drop a mail at grc.placementcell@srcc.du.ac.in. Thank you.